Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a live stream on this channel. It's been a rather long time, and here we are. Why is this also the weirdest of all the songs in the playlist starting with? How about having a good song? I hope you guys can all... Oh god, the tune. Sorry, I just got carried away by this incredible sound. Why is it so loud? That's such a good vibe, isn't it? Okay, anyways, a bit of vibing here. So, I do hope you guys, if this is hold up news on it, I'm just gonna check here if everything is working. So, Elgato is. Are we clipping so hard, guys? Hold on. How's the sound? It should be better now. Is it better now? It was extremely over the limit for me on my. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, I'm just gonna say, why is this? It's always the same. Haven't streamed. Not a bad choice. We have to see. Okay, yeah, Elgato had some updates and they completely did change this. And what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to level down the sound a little. So now you should hear me way better. It's worse now. You're very quiet. Okay, how's that now? How's this now? Is this better? I was like clipping quite a lot in. You gotta tell me, is it better now? Because I was clipping badly in the audio mixer on OBS, but in the Elgato mixer everything is fine. So hold on. How about now? That's a lot better. Okay, tell me if I'm clipping, because I think the it's good now. Okay, perfect. I think the visualization audio mixer in OBS is broken. It's just like constantly clipping. I'm like at plus 80 dB, which is not possible. Also, I feel like the camera has to change a little bit. Hold on. It's a bit like, wait, hold on. I just clipped it on after holiday, and okay. Oh my god, that was maybe too low. I also put down my. Hold on. So that's that. There you go. And now let's have a look. Did I change anything though? Can I just about tilt this upwards a little? That's about okay. It's about okay. This is the sound I was looking for. And also, I feel like the auto brightness is not the best thing. Give us an outfit tour. It's just like, I've got to look at that. I've just got that wonderful blue shirt. That's new. I got it on holidays. I got that, I can't actually drop off that one because it's getting warm in here anyways. And I got a trainer, nothing fancy. Yeah, apparently also I have to see what I do about the camera, because the buffering is okay. I think if I sit still, it's not going to be too bad. But what I'm actually, the problem is a bit of the light. I might actually turn that down. Might actually be much better then. Oh yeah, the light bleeding is much better now. Okay, let's move over to that one. Here we go. Awesome. Okay, how's everyone doing? It's been a while, my friends. You know what? Until we do the intro kind of thing and start doing some stuff, how about we jump on board of this thing and we get a bit in contact, Perfect outfit for Planet Coastering. Yes, that's true. How about we get into touch and wait, is it testing? Is not even open test details. Close. There we go. Start test. There you go. How have you been? I can't German. I can't German. How has everyone been doing, guys? How is things going? How have you been enjoying the silver screen pack? What was going on? How has your summer been? Have you had a hot time like we all did here in Central Europe? Or how was your summer? That took way too long until we started. Anyways, we get into that. Let's get going. Here we go. By the way, in case you're wondering now if it's just 28 FPS, as you can see top left, we are streaming right now, and I've got all on the highest and blah, blah, blah. So that's that. And there's a parade going on, as I just hear. Every streamer is going to work out the Discord server layout for that. He said I was going to do it. Yeah, I mean, yeah. So here we go. I gotta smooth that a little bit. It's still very choppy, not gonna lie. There's a bit to do. There's still a bit to do. Here we go. I ain't got the DLC yet. Got it, man. It's so good. I actually think it's so good. So here we go. Wonderful. The coaster is passing by. I'm like a big fan of the layout. I'm a huge fan of the layout. I think it's a very, very, very good layout. But I must admit that I am relatively uncertain about the smoothing. You know what? We can actually do this at the beginning. Let's do some smoothing here first, and then we get going. I think we are just going to start with actual pretty straightforward. Let's go into 5, and then we're going to smooth to type all, and we're going to go forward. So we're just going to smooth that a little. Hold on, we're just going to pause the game. I'm just going to smooth one more time through all of that to not like crank the shaping too much. So I'm just going through it once, and then I'm just going to change some of the worst bits, because for example that bit over here is one of the worst bits. What we need to do is we need to, in order to get this like better, I will first of all just go to banking and smooth that a little, and then let's say none. And I think what I have to do is I have to bring this over a little and give this a almost like 0. Oh my god, thank you for the subscription, Jing Dang. Is that a sub or is that a subscriber? Oh, that's a subscriber on YouTube. Welcome on in. Hello, my friend. How are you doing? Do you use any mods? Are you now mod free? I'm currently using 2 mods. Well, that's not true. I'm using 3 mods, in fact. I'll get to them in a second. I'm just going to do this. So, okay, first of all, we're going to keep that little bit in the middle on straight, and I'm just going to say all on that one. It's going to be nicely smoothed, and then we're just going to take those 2 and smooth this one out, and we're going to get into this one. Let's have a look at the shaping. That is now much better. Thank you for the follow, Horizon Cities. I just have to move the notifications. It's going to put that here next to my face. I can see that better. God, at some point I have to work on all my notifications and stuff. I wanted to do that for the Planet Zoo 2 launch, but I'm already running into time issues for all my other stuff, so that might not be happening. Let me just about drag that out a little more to get that shaping quite in. Just smooth that a little. And now we just have that entrance a little nicer. Okay, I think now it should come down nicely. Have that tiny bit of straightening up here. It's going to smooth that out a little. And then it kicks back in. So we have that left bank. I'm just also wondering, like, if we... In order to... You know what? In order to make that better, we come up here and we have this... You know what we are going to do? We are going to change... We're going to change that. I think for the flow, it might be just a lot better if we keep the outward banking going first, and then we have a rather harsh cut back to the other direction, like this. I think that way we might actually get a nicer flow in the layout. And so that is a bit of a more left, right, which is typically a nicer flow for these kind of coasters. Luca, please stick to English. That is definitely something I would recommend. I haven't, but I want to talk about the Fly Coaster in a bit, because there is something rather interesting I found out about it in a way. He's a smooth camel. Smooth camel, yeah. Okay, so we come from the left and stay to the left. I think that is fairly okay. We get this outward bank thing over here, and then it just throws you back into like a right-hander before it then throws you back into a left-handed roll. I think that makes things a lot nicer. Hopefully that works. And honestly, we need to crank up the banking here even more. I want to have this also way further in here. And maybe we need to just give this a bit more space to breathe. Like this. I guess that's that. if we could just go in here and it kicks over. I just want to make sure that this kick has enough movement. I think we get just here onto the top, and then it just gets over into the other hand side, and then I think we have to just see how one on right does. And you know what, I'm just gonna crank the smoothing up here so we get this intro nice, and we can have a way nicer transition now into that thing. I think, yeah, if it just pushes over a little more. Let's see how the shaping goes. Yeah, that should be heavy enough, yet not too heavy. I feel like this is a much better way of getting into it. Okay, let's hop on and have a look how that goes. And while we do so, haven't played the game in so long, but this park looks really cool. Yeah, my name. We can have a little check on the park in a bit. 10 out of 10 would ride this coaster. Cool Scuttle place. If you get what I mean. Wait, I have to check Asteria. What is going on with the layout? Oh, yeah, I would explain smooth like it's smooth, but when it gets to the next element, just transitions like very, yeah, exactly. And this is where I need to improve this layout quite a bit, but this is already much better. The first bit is already much better, and that one, yeah, okay. So the first part is kind of fine now. There's a little wobble I need to get rid of. Fine. That one is much better too. And now let's see that part. Oh yeah, that is so much better now. Okay, fine. Yeah, that's good. And now it's very interesting. We get into that one, stay here, turn back in, and then, yeah, okay, so the flow is much better. I like the flow much better. There's a couple of check, test, brother. There is a tiny thing. Hotels are the newer water parks. Everyone keeps asking for them. Yeah, exactly. Gorgon Gaming, happy release day. How are you? I'm good. I'm really good. So I think that is actually very nice. What I'm going to do now is, in order to get this even more nice, is I'm just going to use all the strength and power in the world. I'm just going to drop this down ever so much more to just have that. And you know what we're going to do here is, I think what would be nice is if we're peaking, if we're peaking this a little nicer here. Hold on. We need to just go from the middle. And then just bring that up quite a bit more. Don't worry. I'm just going to smooth that out now and it's going to be better. So here we go. I think, check your WhatsApp for a second, brother. I will do. Wait, where's my phone? That's my phone. There is my phone. Also, can we just talk about the fact that wait, hold on. I don't like that my microphone is so much in my face right now for you guys. I might actually need to move the camera up anyways. Or is it okay? I might actually... I don't like this, that I have it in my face the whole time. Maybe we keep it here. I'm just gonna one tick more, and we can keep that here. Okay, let's hop on and see if this smoothing action helped. And yeah, so let's see. Okay, that is nice. We turn around. Noise. Awesome. That's much better now. Yeah. Okay, we dip down. Yes, that's exactly what I needed. To have that little bit in here. Actually, that banking is a tiny tad too, and there's a bit of smoothing needed for the roll. We're almost there. We're almost there. That's cool. So that bit, you can actually see this. This bit over here is a tad too aggressive. We're gonna get rid of this aggressiveness a little, and then we should be fine. So let's just smooth that and get it a tiny bit down. And we can just about smooth this transition a little. And what we need to do with this roll, and hopefully we might not do this as strong. 2 ticks, maybe that's already it. And we're just gonna jump in one more time. Okay, come on, fast forward. Woo, woo. Okay, so we're almost there. Just going through the interior here. Light is coming in, coming out, and now let's go dip. This dip now became really good. Okay, it slows down, throws you over a little, goes into that roll, which is fine now. Yeah, perfect. I'm gonna leave it as that. You see no difference, Kane? Oh, come on. There's a major difference now. Also, do we make it into the station? Just about so. I think we would need some push tires here on the back. Whoop. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. There's the push tire thingy. So let's just check that. So we have some push tires. Wait, that's the wrong one. Wait, does it not come with push tires? I mean, I've got the mod installed. I would need to get rid of this mod first. I don't really need that mod at the moment. I just really need to get rid of the no track limits mod. It's really, I don't know if it's like if I wait, hold on, I'm just gonna double check now. If I go down and I would have the camera even more down, then obviously this thing is even more inside. Okay, well, whatever, we're just gonna leave it as is. I swap over to Twitch so I can feel more niche. Oh, welcome in the niche then. Also, brother, I'm not entirely sure what you meant by that. I guess it's because you can play now. Is that true? I'm playing anyway, so. Just saying, my brother and I sometimes do share our Steam accounts if there's some games we don't need to buy that. Both, in all honesty, and your coaster people notice far more jank than usual. Yeah, that's true, but it's gotten much better. Even the most crazy coaster enthusiasts by now appreciate my coasters, which is great. Okay, so before I start building a little bit out, I want to get into ground control now, and we also have the cinema. You can decide. Okay, you can already decide in chat. What should we start with? Shall we dress up the cinema first, or shall we dress up the ground control? You can decide, guys. Go in chat, put down your wishes for ground control. Major ground control, Major Tom, or if we do this with the cinema. Both of them I still have to do, so equally fine. While we are looking at that, we are looking at the park, That is the park as it stands right now. I will also say that Frontier has done certain cool things, and they have, I can't show it because I've got too much scaling activated anyways, but the good thing is that they have changed all pieces now to at least 20% to at least 500%. So the minimum range is 20 to 500, which is absolutely great for vanilla players. I may actually go back to vanilla just for that, because some of the pieces that usually went to 50% only, 20% is actually pretty drastic change in the most positive way. I only need to check how this area will look then, because I have used the too much scaling here in a rather crazy way. I think, for example, this pretzels over here, if we have a look, what is that? Actually, you know what? The pretzel would work now. It used to be 50%, and thanks to too much scaling, I'm able to put it to 36%, but that would also work now with the normal game, which is crazy. Let's see if there's some other stuff I have drastically scaled down. I think that one is also another piece. No, that's 108, and forget about that. What about the clock? 27%. Okay, didn't work before. Now it would work. What about these things? Well, okay, I made them bigger. What about these things? Okay, all fine. I would actually need to double check. I think the only bit that was actually problematic is the coaster car itself. I have used some insane scaling on that one. Hold on, let's actually double check that one, just purely because of interest reasons. So I remember that this thing, for example, scaling wise, yeah, 12%. So that thing in the front over here would then look like that, for example, which is, it'll still work, which is okay. We're just going to keep that to 12%. But what about the other pieces? So 40% would still work. What about this one? 90% would work. That one is rather small as well, 43. What about these things? 51. Actually, 38, that's another piece that now works finally. 49. Actually, I would say that the change from 50 to 20% scaling might actually be the major step to change. 24%. Look, I think the coaster car wouldn't even be that much different. What about this thing? Okay, 11%. That thing would be horrendous. That thing would be horrendous, to be honest. But I could easily swap this piece out now with all the new pieces we have. There are some fantastically small pieces in this pack. Let me just quickly check and show you. Also, is the music now too low? Do you even hear music? Because I do not hear any music now. Hold on, I need to check if let's put it up again. Okay, that might actually be too high. What about now? I think this is better with the music. Cinema. Okay, I see cinema. Rudy, I've had a complete future career change and really wanted to be a detective, but now I want to work at the theme park because the pay at the theme park is getting better, apparently. Oh my god. Apparently. I don't hear anything. I didn't. Okay, do you hear music now? because I can easily put that higher up for you as well. Hold on. Oh yeah, just there you go. That should now bring you some music. Okay. Well, so that's that about this area. We still need to put like a proper building behind here because it still looks kind of weird if you look inside here. So yeah, I guess some of the trees. It's good now. Okay, some of the trees. How do I get to this tree? Okay, the oak tree large needs to go. It still looks fairly weird if you look at this. However, we could already put like a window in here. There's some really cool new windows from the new set. So I might actually use some of the new set to showcase. Art Deco. And then there are some of these. Are these the window pieces? Art Deco glass block. You could sometimes also use these ones as window pieces because they look so cool. And I'm willing to just do that in here. Hold on, can I? Is that like the bigger? Yeah, I can scale that up a little bigger. So we've got these like very old kind of glass kind of window brick pieces. We want to have this as a backdrop anyway, so that is fairly okay. And I want to have this like whitish. Oh, that's like very old style German, and we made like a small green tint into that. Oh, that's perfect. That's as shabby as it goes, but it's so nice now. It's so nice now. Okay, so hold on, guys. So let me just hear your feedback on recent packs. Parade pack. We didn't really talk too much about the parade pack because I just vanished into holidays right after. And now we are sitting. Oh my God, look at the reflection. These new pieces are of such a great quality. Oh my God. Okay, so what was I about to say? Okay, before we start building, cinema has easily won. So we are going to do this. But before, I'm just going to show you the flying coaster, the new one. Simply because I did make a mistake and I need to correct the mistake. New vector. You know, that's also, by the way, this is such a freaking weird thing. And I hope Frontier is going to change that. This thing is called New Gen Flying Coaster. If I do type in new and then gen, and I don't use the hyphen in between, the game is not recognizing it, which I personally think is freaking annoying because it should be keyword based and not exact word based. I did mention that already, but yeah, like it's the easiest thing is going to go with vector. Now, if you build this type of coaster, they have the option to build a station normally like that, you know, with like this is basically a station as you typically have with an entrance and exit both on the same exit and entrance on the same piece, right? But if you wanted to do this with a separate entrance, I made a huge mistake last time around. I saw this in a video of Corvus. He was doing this right. You can still use this one, for example, if that is only a station to board this train, and then you've got an unboarding station as well. If you do that and you build backwards like this, and then you want to select the station again, you will be having the option to do this, and you can see there is a weird bug going on in here. As you can tell, there's now this weird bug where the station is actually in the wrong way around, and then this kind of rather weird transition piece exists all of a sudden, which is totally stupid, but it makes sense if you understand the logic behind. So what you got to do is build out a couple pieces into the wrong direction, then delete some of these pieces, and then you can actually even get a shorter one in between. And now if you go to stations, it's gonna give you the other one, the correct one, and now you can just easily connect it, the station, and there you go. This now works just as intended. You know, you've got a pretty normal like exit station and like an entrance station, which is really good that it works this way now. However, what I found also interesting is the entrance station. Like if you go entrance and exit station, weirdly enough, like this one is the correct like brake mechanism where like the chairs and stuff lock in. However, the entrance has like just a normal train track, which I think is wrong because there is like no holding mechanism in place where people could onboard, you know? So it's a bit of an odd one, to be honest, that they have included the wrong track in here. So yeah, I'm not sure. Like, well, to be fair, Kane, you didn't even have these options in Planco 1. You didn't even have an unload, separate station, and so on. And just like in this case, I really have to support Frontier on that matter, because there is a logic into the station that hasn't been in the game before. And the logic is that you have the direction the station faces, you also have a deciding factor to the left and to the right, depending on how you put the station on here. So if you go backwards, the game recognizes or remembers the side that you had on your station just the wrong way around. With all the other coasters, it didn't change anything because the coaster was flat on the ground, so there is no mirror kind of thing happening with left or right because it's essentially the same. So you never notice that there is a difference, and it's always intended to build your layout the right way around, you know? They even added the option to go backwards later on. In the vanilla version of Planco 2, you couldn't even build backwards. They did bring that back in because some of us just like to build, like for example, the brake section and so on, build that out first. So that's why. Yeah, that's... What's going on with the sound stuff today? Okay, I'm peaking that down a little again, and hopefully that helps now. It should be much better. I hope it's better now. I also wonder, the setup it's just not correct anymore. Wait, I'm just gonna do it a bit more like this. But thanks for letting me know, Kane. That's very important. I should, you know, hold up for a second. I'm just gonna double check on YouTube right now. Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna check out on YouTube right now. It's gonna be a bit of a double Rudy. Oh my god. Don't shove that into my face. And where is... How do I find me being live? Jerry Scott, thank you for the subscription. Welcome on in. Also, Horizon Cities, I said that, I guess. Where do I see myself live? Wait, hold on. Am I live on YouTube? Wait, am I live? Did the YouTube, for me, the YouTube stream just stopped? No, it's not. Huh? Okay, it's not even on my page. Wait, am I live? Did the YouTube, for me, the YouTube stream just stopped? No, it's not. Huh? Okay, it's not even on my page. Okay, double check, double check. The delay is going to be horrendous now. Wait, am I live? It's me, Skeptic. Hello. The YouTube, for me, the YouTube stream just stopped. No, it's not. Huh? Okay, it's not even on my page. Okay, double check, double check. The delay is going to be horrendous now. Okay. That was weird. I get that. Okay, so Mr. Papa Bear, thank you for the sub. Welcome on into the Twitch crew. I have to admit that this setup right now isn't too fancy. I have to stand up for a moment. My back is annoying me, and so you guys are going to go up with me. There you go. Okay. Hold on. Where's this? I need my balancing thingy. There you go. Ooh, much better. I need to... Okay, well, if I do balancing stuff, I'm out of the frame. Let's stream like that. Okay, I'm not going to do this. Also, it's shaking too much then. But anyways. It's kind of fun. On my German channel, for whatever reason, if I go into the live chat, I do see the chat translated in German in real time. For whatever reason, that's the case. But hey. Okay, so I just wanted to show that we can now finally start dressing up some stuff. Thank you guys for joining, by the way. It's been a rather spontaneous notice today. But we are back in streaming. We will be streaming. I know you're quiet again. Oh my god. But like on my YouTube end, I wasn't too quiet. Like, what's the problem today? Hold up. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna double check this now in the Elgato one. Ah, well, there you go. That's the problem. There you go. Okay, thank you, Jeremy B, for the sub. Okay, that should be much better now. And also, hold on. What's the problem here with the freaking Elgato thing? I don't want to add a filter. No, I do not want to. Thank you for the follow, Daps. There you go. Ah, that is why. Can I set this to? How about if I do put this to 20? It's now the okay. Is it now crazily loud for you guys? I do hope it's not. Wait. I fear that this was a bit weird. 0. I hope that's better. I thought that was very loud for a moment. Okay. I hope the sound is very loud. Yeah. Okay, that was the problem. I think I know what the issue is right now. The Elgato leveling is not paired with the OBS. Wow. I hope you're all awake now. I hope you're all awake, guys. Are you all awake? Mr. Papa Bear, thank you for the follow. I just wanted to wake you up all. Y'all. I hope you're all awake now. Okay, never mind. We are going to... Oh, oh yeah. Is it still so loud? No, it should be fine now. That you can change the stuff timetable and just be messing around with it? Wait, you mean that one in here? Oh, I don't even know where to go. Blah blah blah. Has been waiting for blah view stuff. Yeah, okay, fair, but like you can go into the stuff schedule. Have they finally done something to the stuff schedule, by the way? Advanced settings, no zone. These are some test zones. It doesn't apply all day. Confirm. Up. So they should be all in this. Okay, but I think they haven't really. Let's have a look. YouTube chat is dead, so I migrated Twitch chat. It's like we have to really do something about this. The streaming situation, guys, is not making me happy. It started good. We had a couple of weeks that were really nice and chat was active, but the last couple of streams were really just 2 or 3 people chatting. So I guess we have to change that in order to keep me streaming, I guess, at the end of the day. It's not about how many people watching. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with people lurking. But we have to have like a group of 10-ish people to be chatting, because otherwise I'm like talking just for myself, and in that case I can just do videos, I can just upload long form videos and you can sit around and watch that. So yeah, we have to have people chatting, and it's fine. We need more people chatting so more people can lurk, if that makes sense, Let me just double check the staff window, because I feel like they have not done anything about this. Major Pip Whistle. How about ride attendance? If I select all of them, is there a way to easily get them into a zone now? Okay, I can't. Is there a way to do some staff zones in general now in here? This is... Oh, God, it's so... Who has done this? Who has done this freaking... Oh, look at that. We don't even have a single janitor in the park. Oh, my God. Neither have we a lifeguard. Wow, okay. If I go to staff zones and we create a new zone, let's just create a new zone for GOOGIE Town. I think that's fine. And we're gonna make this like pink, confirm, and we are going to what's a suitable icon for that one? GOOGIE is like the balloon, so we're gonna just paint all of that. This is gonna be GOOGIE Town. It's gonna be GOOGIE enough. Just go around here as well, and the entrance is down here. Just make sure that this is all covered in it. There's like the backstage all the way up until here. I think that is fair. Done. And we're going to call this one GOOGIE Town. I'm just going to test this right now. I know that this is always a pain. No assigned staff. Okay, this is like the most painful thing to do. Look, if I do get some staff in. Let's say we're going to have like a couple of janitors now in this area. you know, for literal years when you people use your streaming and you fell off schedule, so you never know if you're It's always like a me problem again. Yeah. And I'm just gonna I'm you know, guys, all good. But it's been the same. You want to continue? Yeah, I have been Kane for like 4 months, and as I said, the beginning was good. The end wasn't the best thing. But you know, I'm joking. I'm all fine. I guess with Planet Zoo 2, we'll get back into streaming more and more. I might actually not do 3 streams a week. I will have a fixed date that is going to happen every single week. That is for sure, for sure. And then the rest, we have to see how that goes. Also, now we've got all these staff members in this area, which is nice. And I just want to be able to select all of them and say, go to this area. But now this is going to be horrendous. Like, you can't get them into an area easily. Look at that. There is no way to add them to an area. Now, if I go to staff schedule, now this is only that person, staff zone view on, and now I have to say zone 4. It doesn't even give me the name GOOGIE Town. I have to know that this is just like this is just like, what the heck? Apply all day, confirm. Now, at least it does give me the all day now. And hold on, is the staff zone, I'm just going to double check now. Is the staff zone, okay, wait, hold on. I didn't save GOOGIE Town. At least this might be GOOGIE Town. Maybe that is, let's see if at least this one is fixed. Okay, gonna go to staff schedule, and now we say advanced settings, staff zone. Okay, at least that is working fine. Confirm. This is just like, this is annoying. This is terrible. This is really terrible. I like the fact, like, honestly, I do like the fact that you can change, like, let's do that just for the funsies. I like the fact that you can change the staff zone depending on the time of day. This is a really cool feature. This is a really cool feature if it was needed. Like, if it really had an impact in management, I'm all up for it. So you can juggle less staff to make more. Which, if you say, like, in the morning you have to be in that area, and in the afternoon you're in that area, all good. I'm all in for that, you know? Thank you, Ice Cream Man. I'm all in for that. But if this is the way to just, like, look how long it'll take me now to do that. To go into every single one of those, and then like, why can I not just select this thing, like select the time, like a time frame, and then say zone A, B, T? Or why can I not assign them to a zone and just tell the time frame where they should wait? Okay, whatever. I'm not here to sit down and complain about these things. I am here to make this cinema look good. Johnny Angel, I mean, is the management bad or is the UI bad? Because the fact that you can do all of that, as in the management, is great, is nice, but the fact that you have to kind of, I don't know, rip your arm out in order to do that is kind of shabby, but that is not the management itself. It is part of the UI, if you will. Anyways, we are going to do the cinema. I have to pull up some of my inspirational pictures. I need to be consistent in that area. Hold on for a second. Also, I need to bring up WhatsApp to not forget when my wife is going to say, ooh. Oh, see? Good stuff. I need to say good night to my wife in a second. I'll be back in a bit. Get myself some drinks as well. And you'll be riding this coaster until I'm back. So here we go. Enjoy the coaster. I'll be back in a minute. Why do I come back and read Toad again in chat? I honestly, as soon as Planet Zoo 2 comes out, Ice Cream Man, I'm just gonna build one single army of Toad, and then you have to be forever silent. There you go. The management system for PC better not be like this. I mean, I don't know yet, but I have faith in it because the management in Planet Zoo 1 was quite good. Okay, guys, we are going to do this now, but like, it is going to be a bit of a challenge. I'm going to bring up a couple of images so you have an idea what my thought process is like. So this is going to be a fun little area to theme up because it's going to be like a bit of a backlot whatever thingy here. So we might also just drag some of this stuff in here. It's going to be a challenge because we are not in Art Deco land. We are in GOOGIE town. So it's a bit like, you know, you've got stuff like, it's like typical Art Deco goes a bit like in this direction, you know, which is kind of like easy to do. I like the fact that this is also like a Fiat style one, but this is like a kind of nice thing that we could imagine being also for a cinema if you widen that a little. However, oops, I need to just yeah, that's can I just select that picture, please? There you go. Oh, come on, OBS. So, and then the problem about GOOGIE is, or it's not a problem, but I decided to go for GOOGIE, and GOOGIE is a lot more playful and a lot more organic, which I know this is an AI generated image. However, it just kind of captures, oh no, but that one isn't. I think that's the one I found. And this is a bit more the kind of interpretation of GOOGIE, which is a lot more organic shapes than the typical kind of other ones. It is still in the realms of Art Deco. I feel like I need to go for that one. It's in the family of it, you know. So I will try to kind of mimic Art Deco and GOOGIE in a way. I think this area shares a lot of both things. You know, this one is like super Art Deco and, to be honest, and rather less, like everything is less GOOGIE in a way. I might actually need to change this entire thing. This one goes a nicer way to GOOGIE in a way, but yeah. It's kind of hard, to be honest, but like we'll get to that. So this is where the entrance sits, this is where the exit sits. We are going to make like a very simple shape first of all, and then we're going to have a look how this is going. I have certain ideas, but that's going to be fine. Now, let's first of all start with tile. There are some really cool tile pieces, and I'm just going to, can I also add to group on? Can I align this to the building? I can't really. Okay. For like Forest, you should start a series just streaming only park where the viewers can make stuff for YouTube. Well, I think I have done this already with Pleasure Pond, and I'm like not too keen on copying that idea too often, if that makes sense. I still want to be original in a lot of ways, and we can still move the exit, can't we? Yes, we can. Okay, so I'm just gonna do this here. And that one goes here. We might actually move this so it suits this entire thing a little better. Here we go. And now let's actually change where the... hold on, where can I change the exit and entrance? Excuse me? Okay, how is this... How can I... Hello? Ah, there you go. Fix it. Sometimes this game is just a little odd. Okay, so here's the exit. Yeah, that's nice. Anyway, no, creator that make blueprint of all pack items, like a blueprint for every item in the new pack. It's me, Skeptic. How do you mean that? How? Like a? What do you mean by blueprint? Like a like just building with the pack? So, or what do you exactly mean? Is that footprint? So if I drag that over here, do we overlap here? No, it's fine. That's cool. That's cool. Okay. I'm just gonna make the facade for the front. Do I make the facade for the front first? I think not. I think we're just going to have this go like so. Yeah, that's actually okay. So now let's go back to the tile pieces. And we're just going to do this rather nicely here. Let's just about bring this in. I'm just gonna make this step in here once. Let's see if there's a way to... Okay, that is going to step out once. That is nice. So we have this. And so we got these shape, like a bit more of an interesting shape in here in your house. Okay, so I don't have to place all the items myself to see them, you know, like you do. It's me, Skeptic. Just go to the website. Planet Coaster has this now for a while now. You have every single piece on the website as one image already. So... and we as creators, we love that because then we don't have to put everything down. It's horrendous. It's so annoying to put every single piece down, honestly. I think that was my least favorite thing to do ever in these showcases. So I'm very glad Frontier fixed that for us. So you can just literally see which piece you want on the website. Now, I feel like this is a pretty damn good service from them. So we're just going to bring that in. In all honesty, that just kind of grid down here annoys the crap out of me now, but whatever. So we're going to hide this kind of booth in the back here anyways, so that is nice. And just gonna bring this over here to the... Don't worry, the color and stuff will not stay. We're just going to do the main shape right now. It's not going to be exactly like this. And we're just going to have the tiles until over here. And one more on this side to... Is that correct? Yes. Okay, and then I think I need to, in order to make this go, it's exactly here. And then we go for Art Deco. I don't need know if this is exactly the piece. This is the other glass block. This is like the smaller glass block, but I want to go for... That's the one. Is this also available as... This is the stucco wall trim. Stucco. Yeah, but we don't have this as a proper wall, do we? No. That's fine. That's not too bad. So we're just going to have this one aligned. Looks like a toilet, to be honest. Yeah, we're just going to make a toilet cinema. That's exactly what you do. You just get these kind of adverts for saving water and stuff, you know. That's what's running in that cinema all day. There were actually 4,000 players on Steam earlier, and it's ranked 5th on the charts. Let's hope it's another one. Honestly, the Steam charts in general look fantastic. We shall go and have a little look at this in a bit, because it's a really, really damn cool thing. So this piece over here, we are going to use this inside of the house, because that looks like a really cool sound barrier wall. But for now, I'm going to use this just as the backdrop, because it has a really cool texture to the back. Hello, what up, Resident C4? How are you doing? I'm doing good. In case you wanted to know that, so... Okay, no worries. I'm just going to not change the color anyways. I need to do this in a bit of a different way. I've been really enjoying this game, man. That is very nice. Like, lately, people have been enjoying this game quite a bit more, which I am a huge fan of. Like, honestly, I'm a huge fan of that. Oh my god, Blinky is no good. Blinky is no good. Thank you for the raid. Welcome on in. 7 people joining the party, including you. I would say hi, and hopefully you're all doing good. I hate to agree with YouTube chat, but it does have a toilet vibe. It's the blue tile. It's very public restroom. I said it's not gonna stay that way, okay? Behave. Blinky is no good. How are you doing? Thank you for the raid. What is that for the... What a cute emote that is. You gotta have to trust in the process. We are building a toilet... a toilet cinema over here. Like in our GOOGIE Art Deco kind of town, you know? That's what we're doing. Okay, no worries. We are getting there. I have to also color-wise, I have to decide exactly what to go for. I have a certain idea what the vibe is going to be. We are not going to make it piss yellow. Don't worry, we are not. But it's been an option. Okay, let's rotate this over here as well. I like how his shirt matches the background. This one, you mean? the tile, the toilet tile background. Oh man. Okay, so let's just about move this into place here. I just spent half my stream recurring Power Studios and Famous Game. The game didn't put up a single ride yet. Well, I know that feel. I remember back in the Planko 1 days, we were building literal parking lots for like 2 days. straight, like full days. I'm not talking 2 days each an hour, so I'm talking full 2 days. Well, that is really cool as it stands over here. I'm quite happy. What I'm not happy with is this back. Wait, did it just? Okay, the whole thing just went over here for whatever odd reason. But we're just going to say, can we use just like concrete? Is there like a nice piece of concrete in here? Are these also like? Yeah, there you go. I'm just gonna use this as like a logical kind of backdrop thing over here. I don't mind having this. You know what we're just gonna do? We have to wait. Hold on. Hold on. Just gonna go a little further back here because I hope you know what I mean. Because love the new tile walls. Yeah, there's like so many things. There are like so many good things in here. The reason why I want to go with the typical kind of vibe for concrete over here is just because that's going to be the back side anyways. I'm just going to make sure that the front looks good, but from the side it can be just a backstage building, because we will put like a shop here on the other hand side. So it's gonna look a lot better if this is typical kind of backstage stuff. So that's why. And now I'm just gonna, is that already? That's almost fitting. Like so. Okay, the interior is gonna look anyways better. So, that's nice. What we gotta do now is just gonna add just the color of this area. And the main idea is to, like, we have got two options. The first option is to go with the typical kind of, like with the same kind of green turquoise vibe over here. But we also have this kind of crazy turquoise. What we don't have is a striking yellow. But I don't want to go with the striking yellow as like the main color for it. That would look weird. I mean, we can go for that, but that is a tad bit too crazy in my opinion. We could just mix that with a bit of a lesser crazy yellow. I mean, maybe we can deliver on that purpose. Hold on. If we just... How does the people get into the theater? Well, there's an entrance, which comes in handy. That is too greenish anyways. So, wait, why is it? I think it's because of the purple outline, but that's still too greenish. What about making this like darker yellow? We still would need to have like a lot more other elements. And if I do copy that around, so we had that like this. Turkeys? Yeah, not turquoise. Yeah, I'm not buying it. I'm absolutely not digging it. I will go with my first idea. I think that was definitely the better idea. Okay, first of all, we're just going to bring this together, and now let's have a look. So my first idea was actually to go with a very, yeah, that makes it much better. We're gonna go with this, and then we're going to have these either, yeah, that's okay, never mind, that's definitely the way we go. I'm gonna make this the same. What about, can we just, bit of gray tone, but I still want to give it a bit of a color. That's nice. And now we go with this one, either very bright or fully dark. We're going to go very bright. Okay, so how did you put the entrance without a ride? How do you mean? What, like, which entrance without a ride? We do have a ride in here. Or what do you mean? Is this going to be in the workshop? I mean, I can put this in the workshop if it's gonna look any good, but at the moment I'm still debating with myself. I'm just kidding. It's gonna look good anyways. But okay. This one has to, is part of it, but this one has to change its color now to match this area much better. So here goes that. We can also give that like a little cinema, yeah, or it's gonna be white and it's gonna feature this. I'm still not happy. I'm sorry, I'm still not happy. I might actually need to do it a little different still. So how about we do make this more like this, and let's have a look. We need, I like that. My problem is the contrast. I'm just not yeah, I'm gonna try this. And I'm going to just about try to go with a bit more green like that. Yeah, we're gonna see how that looks. I'm gonna split this from the building, so we can still adjust the color later on. Yeah, I'm not fully sold on the color scope yet, but we will see how that looks as soon as I put some details in. So, in that case, we need to just about move. Okay, whatever then. Only the real team but use the queue display. No, what? What do you mean with that? What? I think I can't follow you guys. I think you lost me here. What are we talking about? Okay, so this is the kind of nice outside area for the moment being. I'm all good with this. I'm all good with this as for the shape. And now it's going to be built out a little more. Now from this frontal area, we just about need these pieces that just go one higher. Hello, welcome back. You had a nice holiday. Elsterfae, I had. Yes, indeed. It was a very fantastic holiday. I enjoyed it quite a lot. It's been too short, as always with holidays, I guess. That's just like the rule of it, you know. But no, in all honesty, it's been it's very cool. Like having a good time with family, always good thing. And just in general, I was very lucky because of you guys. You guys were the reason the holidays were really nice because I did not expect help. I'm back. I'm Rudy, by the way. Help. In case you're wondering. Now I was pretty happy because I got the solution for the color problem. Because I was freaking enjoying the fact that you guys were watching Pleasure Pond so crazily that I was super worried. I was super worried because I wasn't able to prepare as much as I initially wanted to. And so I was really annoyed that I had to give you like a semi-nice solution, if that makes any sense. And so I ended up with like Pleasure Pond as a solution, if you will. And it turned out to be a series that you guys absolutely digged, and I absolutely didn't expect that at all. And that made me realize how much people were thriving or like actually waiting for like a series that uses workshop elements, I guess. I think this is what really people wanted to see at some point. And I was like all in for that. I was really in for this. And so yeah, very, very happy that you guys enjoyed it as much. What has been your favorite DLC? I'm still saying parades because I like the parades and I like the small town set and I like everything about this in a way. But like that one, the silver screen one, also brings a lot of great stuff to the table. Must admit that. So you know what? I quite like this color over here. Can we get this color into? I'm like wondering, can we get this color on the ground? It's not quite there. I mean, I have to... let's just try to just about get it. Okay, that is a tiny bit too crazy. As best as I can. Match that. Yeah, it's absolutely not going to be the inside here. That's not, absolutely not. It's going to be... Yeah, I mean, it has to be carpet anyways, but still. I wanted to have this so it matches the vibe of the playground a lot more. I think that's fine. Honestly, the more independent Pleasure Pond was the logo discussion. Shall we get into that? I'm ready. I'm ready, guys. I'm here for it. I'm all here for that. And we have to dress up the entrance as well. That's going to be the entrance to the cinema. So I like the fact that this building has a nice shape here. But what we're going to do is we're just going to shape that one bigger. And this is going to be the entrance. And now, well, that goes somewhat into the coaster. So I think the better part would be to, yeah, okay. We're gonna find something for the edge here, but should be okay. Am I willing to make this all indoors in here? I think I am. I think I am willing to make this all indoors because that's just like how like a cinema queue would be, I guess. Did you see Mineral's column watch? No, what did he do? What did he do? I haven't had the time to check out so many. I wish I had, but I didn't have that much time. You can script my rant. Yeah, well, you can, I guess. Yeah, pretty sure you can. What type of walls do we also have? There are kind of a lot of nice walls I can use, but I'm like, I want to have like a very nice dark. I think this is fair. This metal kind of stuff over here is quite what I wanted to. Oh, actually, I quite dig the idea of having that roundish one in here. So we have, this is where like some of the movie posters go. Wait, can I have this? Wait, hold on. No. So if I do have that one, grid size, and I'm gonna rotate this, it's a little bit too far in. Okay. I'm still doing that. And I'm just hoping, how much can I move this? Okay, that's just about the problem. I was, okay. That's all a bit of a joke, isn't it? Now, whatever. And now let's see, this was like the metal kind of stuff, right? There's this metal wall, okay. So my issue here is I wanted to make sure that we get some frames in where we can put some actual posters and frames and so on, or lamps or whatever. So we do actually now in this specific case, I'm just going to create some actual displays, which might look a lot better. So I'm just going to say metal again because there's some like really cool metal pieces from the Art Deco set. I wanted to show you guys. So there is this Art Deco pillar column kind of thing. And if you scale that down and you use this one as like a typical, you can have like different colors. I want to somehow try to go with that kind of golden salmon, almost like salmon-ish color. And we're just gonna create a sunken in display. Camille LP, how are you doing? Hello, good evening. Hyperfix. That sounds very hyperfixating just a little bit. He looked at every column and gave a very depth analysis of each and was very interesting. I mean, he's like a very, very architecture-focused person in a way. Like, he's got a lot of knowledge in that one. So I do appreciate that quite a lot. I'm just willing to build my displays out over here. Am I going to use that one or am I going to use that one? Like, these Art Deco steel things are, again, very fancy. And I think if I just about use them, that is a nice contrast, and we can use the same kind of color, and then we're just going to bring the brightness up. Here we go. So how are you all doing, guys? Also, Camille, what have you been up to? How has been your time so far? Do you enjoy the DLC, if you have already seen it? So we've got that one, which is great. And let's say glass, and we're just going to backdrop. What the heck? That one is... Why is it so humongous? I wanted to just have glass. Is that glass? This is glass. Wonderful. It's gonna bring that down. Bring this down. Bring it in. Just gonna scale that down a little more. Okay, sure. Doesn't fit, right? A bit bigger. Okay, can I... Is this now fitting? Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. So we've got this one done. I'm just going to use that light bulb, but we're just going to scale you down. And you're going to get like a salmon light as well. Just gonna bring you forward. And just gonna say loop, loopity loop. I'm just gonna bring this in the middle here. All right, here's 2 of them, 1 and 2, and we just about bring these ones in here too, so that there is like a perfect frame in here. Awesome. So we got that frame. And Yoris TDM, hello, good evening. How are you doing? And what we are going to do, we're just going to grab that one. And we're going to build out a bit of a middle piece here, like a column that goes all the way in here. And then we're just going to bring that one so that this just about fits. Like that. Good job, you learned to count to 2. Yeah, I mean, at least. At least. In order to have 3 of them, I must make that a lot slimmer. Okay, let's have a look if we can get 3 of them in if I do this that way. Just let it breathe for a bit. I think we won't be able to. I think we have to crank that all. Like we shrink that down a little in terms of size. So hold on, I'm just gonna grab all of these pieces. And I'm... freaking hell. Yeah, okay. Just gonna bring this over. And I'm just going to have that one here. Nice. And now we're just going to shrink that one down. And bring this over here. And now let's have a look. It's still not gonna fit. So I'm just gonna make this a lot smaller. So I'm gonna make that one in the middle. Just let that breathe just ever so slightly. Okay. We might succeed now. Okay, let's have a look. Just gonna select all of that, but this, but this, but this, but this, but this. There you go. Now that should be... Hold on. Why is it... What's the piece... What's the piece causing me to have a grid? Hold on. Oh, that entire wall is. Well, if that's the case... oh my god. Oh, man. Okay. Hold on. Just gonna have that one. I'm more excited by PC2. Yeah, I'm also 1 more month to go. Yeah, did I finish Tiny Atoll? Absolutely not yet. This is making me go nuts, to be honest. I wish I had long finished it, but I haven't. It's very hard, to be honest, to play Planet Zoo 1 right now. I'm gonna admit this. I have to force myself into that, and that is not a good thing for a creator. I might do a rather lazy build for the last episode of Tiny Atoll. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I need to finish it off to get it out of my mind, but that's it. I will also scrap that last project I had in mind for Planet Zoo 2, Planet Zoo 1. That was a one-off build, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm just not. It's not gonna wait. So that's what she said. It's dead to me already. Yeah, I know. Okay, it's gonna work. It's gonna work. I thought it's not gonna work, but it's gonna work. I sounded like Trump. He's like, I thought it's not gonna work, but it's gonna work. That is an absolutely like Trump level of saying. And I'm just going to do it this way. Now, that is exactly kind of the very narrow way we have. And then you get some nice like posters in here. And most of all, you get like a crazy flicker. Flicker man, that is. So let's just get rid of this flickering by moving these things out a little more. I think this should solve most of the flickering. Yeah, and we have like another nice little thing here. Cool. It might actually be a little... Oh wait, there's flicker on these sides. We're going to solve that one too. So just about, I think what we need to do is just about... just ever so slightly move it. There you go. We solved it. Is there the flicker from the other side too? I mean, technically it should... Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna solve that one as well. 100% I agree. I didn't launch the game since the announcement. Well, I did, but it's actually starting like not only because of like, you know what, also Planet Coaster 2 does things to me because of all the tools. And Planet Coaster 2 has come a long way. It's been appreciated so much more by the people now. It's so much more fun to play with. It's like they fixed so many things, and just in general, it's such a much better game right now. In many ways. And I think this is why, like, these two games, as they're obviously so similar in many ways, yeah, it's just almost impossible for me to play Planet Zoo 1. Okay, let's go all the way down. But I never thought that. Like, at the beginning, I thought, like, Planet Zoo is going to hold up much better. And if it wasn't for the announcement of Planet Zoo 2, I think, yeah, there might be a difference. Also, Dynomatic, thank you for the sub. Welcome on into YouTube. I mean, fair, Kane. For those of you who haven't, for those of them who haven't really done this before, this absolutely is true. So yeah, I can absolutely see that, but yeah. Okay, what we're going to do now is this kind of sound barrier over here, as you can tell, is gonna look really fantastic if we do this inside of this building. So we're going to do this in a like dark variant. Here we go, and we got like I'm gonna go for a bit more of a modern-esque, is that a word? Modern approach on these sound barrier things over here. Hold on, but I'm gonna create like a new building just by splitting that group from the rest, and I'm just going to see that we make sure that this is aligned with the exit here. And hold up, we're just gonna do it that way, and we might not be in the need of going that far, but it does look like a sound barrier, but it also kind of has the feeling of a curtain in a way. I quite love the texture of that piece. It's if I were an influencer, I would say it's literally, guys, it's literally so. I'm obsessed with that piece, you know. It's such a it's giving vibes. It's like it's giving sound barrier, you know. It's such a great piece. It's such a great piece. Okay, never mind. I'm almost sorry for what I've just said. I'm almost sorry. Where's the entrance? Here we go. Oh, it's giving vibes, guys. You know what? I'm just gonna frankly leave that here, and we're just gonna build like a proper kind of wall entrance thingy. Same goes to that side. Let's just grab all of these things, and any what you speak is a word, whether it's a dictionary or another topic. Yeah, well. That's some wisdom, isn't it? Okay, so we have that in here as well, right? Yeah, it sits nicely. Cool. The ground obviously looks kind of... Didn't we get like the red carpet kind of thing? Carpet? Yeah, there you go. I think we should be easily doing like a proper kind of yeah. How is this attachable? How is this? I mean, yes, of course it's attachable to the cinema, but why would I want to attach that to? What is the benefit of attaching this to the cinema? I mean, we could attach like, this is one of the few rides where it doesn't make any sense because there's vertically no movement whatsoever in the entire ride. So it just doesn't make any sense to have attaching thing. I mean, it's nice you can, but it doesn't make any sense. So we have to go with the kind of same but dark salmon color. I want to keep this. I want to keep this theme going on with the salmon stuff. So is this? Oh, I love it. Okay, but if that is just about that, and we can just scale that a little more. Oh my god, yes. Okay, cool. I like the fact that they have this kept the distance to the screen quite far off. The problem I see in that is, as for a cinema, that is rather unrealistic. But I don't mind it too much, you know. I don't mind this too much. I mean, I like the staircase, and it's fine to have the... Yeah. I'm just like... Okay, I'm gonna do something else with it, but I'm like, yeah, okay, the distance is fair. The distance is fair. Maybe just for the blueprinting. Fair, Yoris, it might be that tad easier, but it still kind of works, doesn't it? Yeah. Do we have these seats? Do we get these chairs, actually? Or seat? Oh, it's a shame. Oh, it's a shame. Why don't we get these seats? I was about to build like a balcony of some sort or so to put these things on as well. You know, having these balconies in here would be really cool. But what I'm doing is I'm just about bringing that one very, very close to these things. And then there's like going to be that inner wall, you know, on both sides. We're going to dress this up a bit nicer with some of the Art Deco pieces, but I kind of like the idea of having this area also separated from the rest, because then you could also just like put like lights and so on in a better place and where that like projector goes, if that makes sense. So we're just going to bring these things in here. Oh, like the old school Planko music is freaking relaxing. I can smell this room. Yeah, absolutely. Is it gonna stick out here? Why are you sticking out? Come on, do not stick out. That's better. No sticking out here. Fair. That is about good. So you get this bit of a sound barrier kind of going on. I also wonder if I should raise this whole thing as well. I feel that might make sense. That's not usually a compliment. Well, it depends. Some people like the smell of a basement, for example, as well. So it depends, I guess. So, shall we go? I like, we could try. I like the texture of that carpet. I like the texture of the carpet, so can we use that as a back wall? Would that look good? If we just were to... Like, you kind of would have a lot of these... Yeah. I think I like that. I think that works fairly well as for a backdrop here. And if I... Yeah, that's exactly what I meant. And now I should be able to... Let's just bring that in the back of both of them. Like such a thing. And then we're just going to bring that down. And we're going to put like a fake projector in here. Now let's type in trim. And we're going to use these type of trims. They are fantastic. We can use them nicely here. Just going to bring this up. Let's see. I'm just going to have that round edge to the side here. And we're just about to do that like so. Okay. I don't like the smell of a basement, because our basement, I'm literally in the basement and it's completely like built out. Like there's not no, we don't have like a typical kind of basement in that sense. However, and that is something I do like. I like the smell of garage, like a good old garage, if you know what I'm saying. It's like. Not in a kind of fuel or like kerosene kind of vibe. It's more like this cold. It's very hard to describe. It's very hard to describe. But yeah, I like that. I like the smell of it. Even though I guess I like the smell of garages without like fuel cars a lot more. EVs do help to make the smell better. Absolutely. So let's say camera for cam, and we're going to use that one. I'm just going to make this one a project piece. Scale that up. Come on in here. Like that. Okay. So we've done that. I kind of nice, kind of like this. So this is good. Oh, I was talking about the cinema in the game, but garage smell good along with Scholastic book. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so let's say stucco. Or do we go... Actually, you know what? We're just going to go with plaster. It's like a typical kind of job for a plaster piece now. These pieces. Is there anything... I think these ones are also fairly nice, but they might stick out a little too much. What about this one? We might actually use this one as well, because they fit right into the vibe I was going for here. And I think I just want to have 2 of them on each side. So we're going to kind of try to use the same kind of color pattern as in this one. Even though it might be a bit too brownish, I might actually go a bit more to my salmon color. Yeah, that's much better. So let's just do this. And go all the way into like a darker salmon. Yeah, that makes sense. What is this? Okay, so that one needs to go into matching that color. We're going to put like a lamp in. And is that like the... That's this piece in between. Yeah, no, I'm fine with this one. Okay. But what I'm not fine with is these 2 then. They got to go more into the vibe of these things. Let's go with that one, yeah. That is the most male thing you've ever said. Okay, fair. I can deal with that. If that's the most male thing I've ever said, I'm good. I'm all good with this. All right, we've had these pieces. There you go. Is this? Oh, guys, this is literally on the entrance. Okay, this is literally where the entrance. Okay, guys, I have to. We're gonna make like a break of me building. Yeah, I have to show you an Instagram reel. That's such a boomer way to say that. But anyways, this video is so horrendously funny. I have to show that to you. So we're just gonna. I have to also save. It's been a very good, a very productive build so far. I'm almost shocked. As much to yeah, it kind of vibes now. It's actually vibing. This is exactly how it should go. Love it. And the interior is going to match that vibe too. Love it. Okay, we're gonna save that for a moment. GOOGIE 2. GOOGIE 2. And I'm gonna show you this one. Here we go. It is like for real. I rarely. Oh my god! Look at my look at my hair. What's that? I rarely laugh so hard. What the heck? Is that me? Wow, that was the old live still being in there. Okay, where is it? I gotta find this real quick, but it's actually horrendous. Oh, I'm just on the wrong one. Hold on, guys. This is what I'm referring to, and you have to get yourself into like the mood of influencers, like real. If it's no, it's not brain rot. It's not brain rot. It's actually cool. The subline on this one is Gen Alpha already making fun of Gen Z, and honestly, I feel every single bit of it. I do hope you guys can hear it. I'm just going to try to make it super loud so the microphone can catch it. So here we go.
I mean, it's lettuce. It's just lettuce. Hi, guys! We are back again with another food review. Today, I stopped by, once again, my local food market and picked up this lettuce. Or lettuce, I'm not sure. So today we're gonna try it. But of course, we can't forget the ASMR. So let's go. Wait, look at it. It's so green. Okay, we're gonna try it. I'm so scared. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Wait, I'm literally obsessed. It's so good. It's so yummy. It's yes. I'm gonna go in for a second bite. I'm obsessed. If you want to try some of this green lettuce, run, don't walk, and go get it. Okay. Bye-bye, guys. Love you as always.
If you don't get it, Residency 4, you have a good life. Honestly, you got a fantastic... I can't believe this. You got a fantastic life if you don't get this. Okay, see, this is so good, isn't it? Right? Lettuce. This is so great. It's not like the thing is, Joris. This is not like cringe because it's making cringe of all influencers being cringe in that way. Whenever I do sponsorings, I try my very best to do it in the most normal way possible. And whenever I see these influencers doing that for real, I'm like, who the heck? Who the heck trusts these people? Like all these kind of... Oh my God, let's open that. The fuck? What the fuck? What is this? And like the fact that little girls who grew up with that one, like with this world, are obviously... understanding that this is weird, are making fun of it, gives me hope. It just gives me hope for that generation, you know? Yeah, Osterfey, exactly, that's the question. But what I love about this is she seems to have questioned that and have processed it and understood the task. She understood the assignment to not be like that and make fun of it. I am 100% loving that. I'm just like, I had to deal with Gen Z for the last decade of my life in my job. Like, because everything went from marketing as being that wide open world of doing a million things to we just do social media, we just do creators. Like marketing these days is 95% social media and creator work. And 5% all the other marketing stuff. The global spending is 90% social media. But it makes sense because our world, our life, our entry to the internet, our shopping behavior is 90% social media. So it just makes sense. It just is like super boring, but it makes sense. And I love the fact that it seems like there's a generation to finally question that again, which just again gives me hope. Yeah. I just want to share that with you. I'm just like, I'm literally obsessed with that girl. Like, it's so good. I mean, I've seen a lot of millennials that I am, or Gen Y, or whatever you want to call us, or Zillennials, because I'm so close to the Gen Z, whatever. We already started like questioning that as well. I'm just like a couple of funny dad content guys who make like dad content, aka influencing, which is fun. I'd love to show him in park and get your professional opinion on this one. Hold on, just let me grab that code. I don't promise anything, but let me just check up that park right now. What's the timing? Okay, well, I'm gonna go and build something, and I'm just going to Lettuce Park of Time. What is park? The best park in the world? You say 15 MB. That is quite huge. What's that? Like, what else do you have? Can I get a peek of what you're doing? Barbie's Stromschnelle. Look at that one. Yeah. This is. Wait, hold on. Did you get inspired by Barbie? I think I just Barbie was Planet Zoo, right? I did that in Planet Zoo, not in Planet Coaster. Park off SPQR 2.0 8.43. Just workshop doesn't want to workshop anymore. Pirat Lodge. I think there's a spelling mistake in here. Happy DLC day. Hello. Oh, look at my park and see how your coasters look. I think that was the Park of Time. Let's install that one. It's downloading. It's downloading if you want to. There we go. Shako. Yeah. Okay. Well, that one is downloading. Let me just grab the other one. Huh? Did I just hit install? Installed. Okay. Fair. Let's just see that. I know the other one. We could just do that real quick. I'm not going to. Oh my god. What'd you do? There's all these pieces. Thank you. If people could do that for me a week earlier, that would be fantastic. Sign waiting. Oh my god, is that... Oh, brilliant ones. Ooh, I'm loving this. I'm loving these. AC/DC, Harrison Ford. She's gonna be a big fan of this. What's that? Beef Airlines. She's gonna love that. Okay, fair. I'm just gonna, okay, for a change, I'm gonna save this park, and even though we did that just a second ago, we're gonna load into the one park, and I'm just gonna have a brief look at it, okay? And then we'll go back and keep on doing the cinema a little bit. Well, give me early access, then, yeah. So be skeptic, that's a good way of doing this. Load, no, wait, hold on, I just gonna need to, can I? Oh, actually, that is fantastic. I can load into the workshop parks from here. Ooh. Is that new? At least I didn't see that earlier, but it's amazing. Okay, where's that park? I think that's the one, right? God, that one looks so fantastic. This one also, that looks like a photo, doesn't it? This looks like a photo. It's crazy. It's so crazy. There's like a lot of cool stuff. Like, look at these Disneyland pictures. They look insane. Same goes for Terran. But yeah, just it's ridiculous. Wilderness Springs. Is that also updated if I go on that one? View, and do I have to click the update? This is the one by Aston Wolf. Wow. Whether it's just like, that's my downloaded stuff, I know, but like, oh my god. Wilderness Springs. Come on, Aston's build. Where is Aston? Send all the, like, Aston, Wilderness Gift Shop, lost. I need Aston Wolf. Protoro. Why is these not? Why can I not get to? Whatever. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna go into that other one. Frontier Workshop, Park of Time, load. Do not save on exit. We don't want to lose your park again. No, I don't. No. I did save it now and it's all good. I just hit load and not save, which, you know. And yes, I will not do it. I only get this, like, I do like sweets and especially gums, but I hate these gums with like this foam stuff. And the problem is, I only got these left. Whoever thought like the foam stuff is a good idea? It's not. Let me tell ya, it's not. I'm like, can we discuss? Oh, that's why I have 11 FPS. No, that makes sense. Uh-huh. Hold on, what? The Wow, that's the reason why people complain about the size of the parks. Now I get this. That is what the heck? Yeah, there's like a little torch. Torch 1 is missing. Yeah, okay, we survived that day. Torch 1 is missing. Okay, I like the fact this seems to be nice. Oh my god, what the heck is going on? Ah, okay. Why is this still on fixed sun? Let's put that one on fixed sun. There you go. Thank you for the follow, Gap_Bauer. Also, Danomatic, thank you for the sub. Forgot about that one. Starting in a wall is a good first impression. Yeah, it's a solid first impression, right? It's Dennis Felder has been waiting for assignment for a long time. Yeah, I don't mind. To be honest, like, okay, we could obviously go to settings and say We go from TAA to DLSS, DLA, blah, 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 and we should be... Hello? Yeah, there you go. Much better FPS now. Look, this is fairly good to watch this one. First person camera. Yeah, that worked like a charm, didn't it? Hello? What is going on? Okay, well, whatever. Yeah. Is it just me, or something about this color scheme just screams RTT3 for me all of a sudden? I'm not sure if this is always like the tropical vibe. Like if you zoom in and so on, it looks fantastic again. I gotta do something about this bright sky kind of stuff. Wow. We are in a pirate town. Pirate town. Chop my head. Chop my head again. Choppity chop. I will absolutely get lost if we go over in here, but it looks really awesome. I think what I have to, like the HDR stuff is a little too aggressive. I have set that to... wait, where's that? Override global illumination, yes. Sky ambient intensity, sun direct boost, but I think it's in here, and then... Oh, where is that? Oh yeah, HDR adaptation time. Let's put that to 0.5. I think that should make up for it quite a bit. Also, yeah. I think this is much better now. It should be not too crazy. But I love this park. It's very busy. It's a very busy park, but its first impression is great. I'm not a big fan of these like things across all the park, because like this one, for example. I personally am not a big fan of these kind of roller coasters that like take so much of the sky and of the views. It just kind of, for me, is too dominant. You know, wherever you are in the park, this thing looks so dominant. And also, guys, I just need to see if my preset. Let's go to Realism 3, maybe. Yeah, that looks much better now. The presets are good for certain parks, but certainly in this park, that's a better preset now. Like in general, I'm loving... Oh, wait. Oh, that's just a shadow. I thought there was like a... Ah, okay. I thought you were having a kind of pool mosaic going on. That's good. Oh, you're using all the blueprints. Okay, got it. Got it. It's very nicely assembled then, to be honest. It just... Oh my god. Look at that. This is crazy. It's like all the pieces. I love the use of the rotational print. Like, okay, so here's the thing. I mean, you wanted to have some feedback. Here you go. You get some feedback. Now, one thing I per se don't like is like if you do these kind of sky lifts and how's that thing called again? Gondolas. I think either you give them the space to breathe and to exist, to really connect via like a lake or, you know, something like that. But the use of them as a almost like people mover kind of thing is rather weird, I guess, in a way. It is a way of doing it, sure, you know, there's no right or wrong, but I per se kind of feel like this is not the perfect usage for a gondola, and this job could have been done by like a monorail or a train rather nicely. However, I like that station design, which it almost seems like it has been meant for something else. Yeah, that's one thing that I noticed, but most of the other stuff I really like. I like the assembly of the park. I like the overall layout is nice. Is that a blueprint? Yes, right. But that go-kart track that one is lit. Ooh. Don't tell me this is the in-game blueprint. It's not, right? Because that is a freaking awesome go-kart track. Hold on. Is that the in-game one? No, it's not, right? Wait, track rides. Do they even have one? Do they have a... I think they don't, right? No, it's not the in-game one, isn't it? It's not, okay. Wow. What's in here, though? Is that a dark ride? Ooh. What are you? What type of ride are you? Oh, is there like a coaster in here? That looks like the Torque. Adventures to outer space? Hey, hold on. Oh, this is... Oh. Ah, that's a clever way. That's a clever usage of this ride. That is a very clever usage of this ride. I like that. There's like a sci-fi kind of dark ride. Yep, I dig that idea. That's really cool. Man, people have been really doing some crazily good stuff. Really admit that this is so cool. Oh, that is giving proper RCT vibes. This coaster over here is the typical kind of B&M one in a compact layout like that. Yeah, big fan of it. Big fan. Very typical. Yeah. And so this is, I mean, to be fair, this station is also very sick. Very sick. Yeah, I think the only bit of criticism is the usage of gondola. I don't really personally like that. Is, again, as I said, it's not wrong. I mean, and if you're over here, the skyline of this coaster isn't too bad. But like, guys, help me out. Is this realistic? I mean, people get mad about me building coasters, but that one seems to be crazy for me. I think there are suspended kind of hyper coasters, but that one looks a little bit over the top to me. It's just like crazy. Do 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 do. I mean, the forces must be insane on that one. It is like a giant suspended coaster, inverted coaster, not suspended. Yeah, I mean, it is, you get the idea. It's a giant invert, or a hyper invert. Okay, I give some more feedback to the other park, and then we need to jump over. Okay, hold on. Frontier Workshop. I'm not a console guy, but all seem too big to was real life. Yeah, browse. Just go in here. Is that Savannah Springs? That's fairly small. Jiger, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Is it installing, downloading? That's 5 MB. Why is it taking forever? My phone is loading things faster than that. Deet. Oh, come on. Installed. Okay, fair. Load. Frontier Workshop. At a workshop. Is it down here always? Why is it the last one? It doesn't matter. Beep, 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 beep. Dee, dee, dee. Deedly dee. Beep, 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 dee, dee. Dee. Dee, 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 dee. In terms of what you can improve, I guess a bit of a, like, if I remember correctly, what you could do is a bit of more of a main axis to your park. I think there's like a U-shape kind of thing going on in this park, and the way of using the gondola is fine, but maybe you want to have like a better central spline that the park is following. So yeah, we're starting over here. Grab some stuff. Is that the park? Oh, that's like the park. Okay. Oh, you're going for like a snowy vibe. Okay, got that. This building is kind of cool. That's really cool. Ooh. Yep, I'm loving these things. I'm loving these supports. They're like, at first glance, they are not like very supportive, if you know what I mean. But the more you have, it's fine. I like these chandeliers. That's all good. It's all nice. And that coaster looks a lot like... Is that like, it almost looks like with Procreate. Theme Matterhorn, yeah. Oh my god. Like, shaping is really nice on that one. Shaping is absolutely on point already. Is that like, I'm just wondering, like you've got that launch over here, or is that is already a brake run? Oh, that's the brake run, right? Yeah. So this is where you go into, I was about to say, you're going into the brake run here. And that is where the entrance and starting point would be. I like the idea of these two buildings. That is something very nice and something that isn't done often enough. I really appreciate the idea of having these kind of two coaster station buildings or station buildings. That's what I'm saying. Really nicely done. It's like quite a huge kind of queue area, even with that. It's going to be, I suppose that the coaster itself will feature a lot over here because otherwise that queue must be super boring. So I'm assuming your layout is planned to be going in here. Honestly, I really love that. I really love that. I am confused how you will sustain a performance if you go for that. Well, I'm looking forward to what this is. Oh my god. Great usage of pieces. Is that before? Wait, is that before? Oh my god. Very clever usage of the temple ruin piece. But I think with the new snow pieces from the Christmas set, that is going to be much simpler. That's also moss pieces over here. So yeah, obviously with the snow stuff, you'd be able to, you know, get that done. It's going to be a bit of an issue though, how much you can sink them in, but it's fine. And I like the idea of making the mountain a bit more artificial, but you can do this with these pieces rather easily. What I learned is if you go rock and then you've got these, you got to use these ones, the custom ones, and then you're just gonna, let's just click together something real quick like this, and it's like this, just like being completely being random right now. Okay. I'm just going to showcase what I meant. So you go for like a more normal kind of rock color, you know, something like this, and then maybe you want to already have like an icy topping to it to give it already the vibe. I don't know if you need that, but you could go for this, you know, then you've got that icy kind of thing. And what's kind of cool is now we don't have ice pieces like in, no we don't, okay. What you can now do is you either go with these tropical ones. They do always get a, I don't know why the tropical set is doing that, but they have this really kind of harsh dark ones you can mix in, but you can obviously do this with the same one. And what I then supposed to do is you go with a very like icy view. You could go for full ice if you wanted to, or you just about get this a bit of an ice night. And now what you can do is you can just use that a little to bring in some icy bits. So that way, and then you go and use snow. That way, you're going to kind of create a nice transition between icy rock and actual snow. So that I found this very helpful in order to, this is what I did in Blizzard Beach to finally fix that up. You can use these pieces. They have like a very nice pattern in terms of they are not super flat, so you can use them on these grounds. As you can see, you can use them nicely to sink them in, and then paired with the icy effect here, you basically get this kind of vibe of you know, of mix and matching. Just like, I think this piece over here is the best one if you scale that up, because that is just like always like this. And now you can just shape whatever you want with your snowy areas, and it looks kind of artificial. Review and tutorial stream. Well, no, we're going to go back and build in my stuff a bit, but you know, because people ask. And now you got this one as opposed to that other one, which is far less pieces, but it can look equally nice, you know. And if you want to have the ruffiness like you have in here, which is kind of cool, you can just scale these things a lot smaller if you wanted to. I think that's a fair bit of doing this. Okay, well, let's jump back. Did you see the park? Is that like a workshop? At a workshop, it gives already a good fly. Oh wait, is it? Okay, we have to check that out. Wait, sorry. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to do that now. But fly. I'm literally obsessed. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's go. Why did I close that? Why the heck did I close this? Fly. Browse. Let's see if I just type in fly. New gen fly dragon. I guess so. How do I public? Okay. Flyer, the fly the bird, blue falcon. May I not just type in anything? Can you, if you have a code, Malaka boy, Malaka boy, let me know which one that would be. Check for Fantasyland. Okay. That's true, but I will keep my control over my stream anyways, so it doesn't really matter, to be honest. Like if I feel like doing something. Oh, is that already one? Is that already done with the current one? 19th of August. That's been yesterday. Which has been the release day, right? Let's install that one. Oh wait, that's yours. I mean, obviously. I like the fact you say there is already a good one and it's literally yours. Yeah. I'll give that to you, okay? I'll give that to you. That was sneaky, but I'll give that to you. Okay. I'm just like wondering, is there more people recreating that one? Fly. Noise. Okay, anyways, we're just gonna jump in your park and then back to my cinema for like half an hour or so. A Frontier Workshop. Fantasyland. Load into that one. Right. Yeah, so in that sense, I should drink for a bit. These bottles, sometimes they annoy the crap out of me. I did the original one. That is good. I'm like, the thing is about these things like Fantasyland recreations and so on. There are two approaches to that. I think your approach is really going for like getting stuff done, actually finishing stuff, and they're the ones that have every single brick in the same position as the real ones. I like both of them. I like the fact that you have both of these approaches, but you can clearly tell that you went for, and anyways, this is by any means any criticism in that sense. It's just a different approach, you know. I like the fact that you kind of took the faster way in doing this with like boulder rocks and making sure that this gets there as close as you can in a reasonable amount of time. And then there are obviously recreations that go into such a crazy detail that you will never finish more than one part of the park, you know. So I'm kind of happy that people do something like this over here, and it gives the vibe without being too crazy, you know. Just gonna hop on that one. Let's have a look. Where's the Rookburg? So the entrance is down here somewhere. There you go. This is the entrance. Yeah, I didn't think you make the station because that would have been crazy. Hello, turn on the lights, please. So let's just go. Wait, no, wait. Are we in the station right now? Oh wait, are we not? Are we not? There's the station. Okay. So we are literally in the station right now, guys, and we're just gonna turn off the lights and we're just gonna hop on this one. Fly is such a great coaster. For those of you who haven't been there in real life, it's easily one of my top coasters I've ever been on. It's so different. The experience is so different from anything else I've done. It's just very unexpected in what that is doing. So yeah. So where's the pre-show? I'm missing. Oh, there's the pre-show. Ah, you even went for these holographic things. Ooh, yeah, I like that. I like that. These are the holographic kind of fun things we need. And these are the bright kind of neon things, I guess. I like the fact that oh, we are still on. Yeah, you guys can't see this anyways. Fly is amazing. The groom. I'm going now. Bye, ice cream man. Have a good one. May the toads be with you. Okay, so far so good. Now we are rotating into the position. A little bit thick. Yeah, it's very vibey, isn't it? Let me just look in the front. Hello. Let's get going. Yeah. Like these negative forces on that ride, they're so weird. So weird, but I'm loving it. And it's also like in this game, you can't really get it across. The coaster itself in the game seems very slow. And to be honest, it's not on the fast side of things, but the fact the coaster isn't as fast is exactly what makes it so special. You have these crazy hang time moments, and then it's just gonna be pushed back into whatever that is. It's so good. Yeah, that second launch down on the ground is really cool. And then you go back into that and have a lot of close calls everywhere, which the theming obviously makes the coaster 50% better than it already is. And I noticed already the issue with a couple of people have built some outstanding flying coasters now in the last couple of days, some other creators. But what I noticed right away is that the experience of Fly is so dependent on the theming because of the idea of the coaster being so, so vibey and so intense is also coming from all these near misses, and this kind of very almost claustrophobic kind of experience you have in that Rookburg area. And yeah, the groom, it's been a while. Yes, people need to learn where to save, loading, when you're not good. Not fitted for bigger people though. My cousin, who's at the bigger side, didn't really enjoy it. Oh, really? Is it? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm really not a big person. I'm not super small, but I'm also not a big person. Okay, load park, sandbox. Let's go into GOOGIE Town again. Boop, 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 boop. So just for organizational purposes, guys, I'm gonna stream until half, which is 25 more minutes. Yeah, whatever, 25-ish more minutes. I'll be streaming again, definitely next week. I'll be streaming maybe again this week. So I'm injured right now. I can't play football already for a couple of weeks. I hope that I'll be back to playing football soon, which then would finally give me the chance to schedule my streams a little bit better. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it way too much to not stream. And also in preparation for Planet Zoo 2, we are going to stream. I'm just saying it already out loud. The weeks before Planet Zoo 2, I may not be streaming that often because obvious reasons. I don't think I have to say much more to it, but I will not even attempt to say anything else, okay? So you can already prepare yourself that we will be streaming rather often until Planet Zoo 2 is coming out, but the time before the game's launch, I will be not streaming that often or at all. I can't decide yet, but like it's obviously not going to be feasible because reasons. Okay? The streams are awesome. Thank you. Far too kind. Is there a way to rotate a different axis without having to use the gizmo like a hotkey? Well, I'm not sure if you mean that, but you can use Y and Z to rotate, or like, depends on which keyboard you are. So if you are not in the advanced move tool, you can just about spam or like hold down the Y or Z key or Z key, and then you just use your mouse to rotate. That's the way. Or if your single press is rotating at 55 degrees. But if you are in the advanced move tool, I'm not aware of any, without mods, you're not able to do this, no. Okay, let's keep on building. I want to just get this done. The interior, we'll come back to that in a minute, but I want to do the exterior first because this needs to be fulfilled. So first things first, let's actually get this pathway connected to... Wait, hold on. It should be just about snapping here. Come on. just snap about here. Just kind of snap this all in. Okay, so this is fair. And then we are going to say plaster, because there are like a lot of great plaster pieces that we can utilize. And we're just going to go with this one over here. And we're going to have that one in this corner. And let me now do this. So we have exactly this aligned. And that one aligned to this side over here. Okay. Now let's grab both of them. Oh wait, we're not even in a building yet. So let's create a group. This is going to be the decorative. You know, for once we should make like a... Okay, so this is cinema tiles. So I know to color them. This is cinema deco. This is sound barrier. I guess that's fine. Okay, well, that's just what we have. Is this game also good to build with controller and PS? Okay, some kind of heaven. I will say it this way. I think the realization of this game played on a console controller is outstandingly good, considering what type of game that is. Is it great to play on a controller? Yeah, I don't really think so. What you do have is this kind of really cool rotational menu, which, well, I even forgot which button it is in. Hold on, which button is it? Oh, it's old. You get this as the console menu, which honestly, I thought it's going to be greater to have this also on computer. I was actually one of the persons to push them to do this also on computer. But I don't use it as often as I thought, but there you can really quickly toggle between different settings, and that one is always like context based, you know. If you're, for example, on a piece that has no advanced, you know, then you can like just use that or whatever. So given the context, what you can expect from a console control with these type of games, I think they have done a fantastic job in realizing this. But if you ask me from a standpoint, what I would kind of recommend, just like always play these type of games with mouse and keyboard if you can. There's like no way arguing that that you have a similar experience with a controller, just because of look at all the building stuff. I think the more casual you play, the more you will enjoy this with a controller as well. I hope that just gave you an answer to your question. Yeah, I fully agree. I don't want to make console bad. Like a lot of people only have that option, and again, for that kind of context, it's really cool. If you've got your choice, then take the computer for real. Okay, so this is fairly nice. I'm just wondering if I want to. I'm just gonna grab that one. It's kind of cool that we can scale everything up to 500% now, but I'm still going with this one next time. Yeah, that's nice. What do we have over here? I'm just wondering if I can kind of mix and match that. Like, is that fitting to it? I don't feel that. I might feel this on here, but maybe not. There's like another archway. Hold on. Oh wait, I can actually use that over here. So we have this archway. Yeah, we have to make this as small as the entrance goes over here, right? So that is it. But I want to actually have that to the front. Hold on. I want to have that here in the front. When you use some columns around there, anyways, that makes it looks. Oh my god, English broken today. Let's go for that dark one, and that one very much. Let's align that to the other color pattern, and then this one. Wait, hold on. Didn't I match the color right now? Wait, hold on. Confirm. That's quite nice. That's quite nice. Okay, so that is that, and then let's have the other. I'm gonna go for 2 of them, and then we're just gonna make that corner look differently. I thought that's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be better. It's gonna be better when we do it that way. What type of columns could we put in the middle? A small town column could come in handy over here. It just mimics a little bit of that tile vibe. So let's actually do this column and make that just ever so much bigger. So it just covers, there you go. And then we're just gonna use that or the darker color. We're gonna go with this vibe. I'm just gonna bring this all the way up. And yeah, that's fine. Just gonna do the same here. And the same on that side. And we are going to just have these like so. That's kind of cool. And now we can utilize these ones and bring them over here to the side. It's kind of like a little bit to the front. Let's just push that in like so. Oh, fantastic. I'm still getting used to it in a PC. Oh my god. Grimlock Zoe, I'm with you in a second. Hold on. Just gonna see here. I'm still getting used to it in a PC. Feel my ideas, my execution are kind of clashing the mountains. I mean, you gotta learn that. It's fine. And it's all good. You can achieve the same things on console, I think, but it will take you a lot more time. Well, it depends. I had to learn that people are crazily talented to use controller, and they're building faster than I've ever seen anyone doing stuff because of all the weird like hand movements they do on the controller. So never underestimate the power of controller gamers. Never. So in that sense, I am very open when it comes to, you know, these kind of things in general. People are crazy talented. Now, Rudy, do you have any? So wait, no, the Grim. I'm just gonna first of all go to Grimlock Zoe. Hey, do Elvis Planet Coaster become a true creative platform in the future? Not just a sequel with more rides. My biggest wish is official mod support with Creator Kit. I'll get to that in a second. An in-game mod browser, fully customizable coaster stations, a better building tools, a ride creator, advanced show tools, huge resort maps, co-op building. Imagine the community creating its own rides. You know, okay, I'm partially agreeing to that. But just partially for the moment. In the future, I would be fully agree. For now, in order to get all these things, this game needs to be financially sustainable. And this game is only going to be financially sustainable when people buy DLCs. If you have a full mod support, and if you have an in-game mod browser, including the TMTK, where you can create your like own scenery items and stuff, and rides, well, guess what? People will not buying any DLC anymore. They will just like people will be creating exactly what they need. They will be releasing that to the mods, and which is fine, which people can do. It's all good, but it's obviously going to combat the DLC pattern that Frontier is following. And like even if I haven't had that much communication with them, for every game, that is not sustainable. And the devs need to somehow be paid. And they need to get the option to... I'm just gonna... Why is this... There's something broken with the coloration over here. I still want to try to match... as best I can, yeah. Somewhat over here is good. So that one is the... kind of fully white. Yeah, fully white is good, and that one seems to be the outline. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and in that sense, if they don't have this option, oh, you mean like in Zoe? Oh. Wait, what? No, yeah, that doesn't mean. Oh, you mean like in Inzoy? Yeah, but still, my point still stands. It's just like if you can create whatever you want, in a way, in a certain amount of time, people will not need to buy these DLCs, at least not as much as they needed to before. And that will obviously combat the main idea of a sustainable game, in a way. So... and also, and that is my biggest gripe about that, because it has been a problem in the first game as well, as soon as the TMT came out, it absolutely combats the art style of the game. Everyone can do hyper realistic stuff with 3D in Blender and so on. They can do hyper realistic pieces and textures, and that is nice for a certain extent. But in the wider scheme of things, it does break with the toolbox we have, and it also does break with the comparable, or like with a comparable platform. Now you can really appreciate what people build. It's down to the talent with the toolbox given. If you have the TMTK, the skill is moving solely towards 3D builders, or in the future AI, because you will literally just go and tell the AI what you want to have built as a 3D object. The AI will prompt that to you in a couple of seconds, and then you will import that into the game and you'll have your area built in no time. But where's your effort in that? Where's the effort that you needed to take to make exactly that area, to make that? It's like the game character of building is taken away by a certain extent. And that is my biggest gripe about this one. As for the other stuff, as for making custom flat rides, for example, or as for making custom areas and multiplayer, and there's a lot of cool stuff you said. Like, let me just read that out again. In-game mod browser. Well, I wish they would take a couple of mods in, like the too much scaling, like the no track limits, all these. I love these things. Show tools, advanced show tools, all in. A keyframe animator in the game for the platforms, all in. Like, these kind of things, I'm 100% for. I'm 100% convinced that this would make the game so much better. But as for whatever the rest is, oh my god, it's Carsey. Thank you for the raid. Welcome on in. Thank you. Team TK also feels useless because we have like 7,000 pieces. In some ways, it's not useless because it saves you pieces again, and frankly also performance. But my main argument is always going to stand. It is combating the underlying art style, and that is something I don't enjoy, and I will never enjoy. And that was my biggest issue in the first game with the Team TK. As much as I loved it, it gave the game a certain amount of longevity, but it didn't give the game the amount of longevity it would have needed. And I think this is because the underlying platform wasn't as good as it is. So that is definitely different with Planet Coaster 2. I think the platform is much better. I think the overall platform is delivering on a different level already. So if there is going to be a Team TK in the future, unfortunately, that will be the moment where the game is not officially supported anymore. And that is what makes me a little bit worried. I hope that made sense as an explanation. And to everyone who joined, hello there. Shall I give you a quick overview of what we're doing, even though we are not doing that much longer? But still, if you guys are in, that is my park. Let's just zoom in out a little bit more. That's my park, my lovely little German park over here. We got a lovely main stage area. We've got a huge backstage area. We've got a natural side area. And last time, like Small Town Parades DLC, we did this area, which I think is one of my favorite areas I ever did in the game. It's been great. Like, it took an insane amount of time to do all of this because it's like crazily detailed, and even inside you got like a restaurant. It's not fully done yet, but like you've got all that kind of restaurant area. You even have like an indoor viewing, and you do see the coaster from that side, and there's like the coaster station is also not done yet fully from the interiors. I just always do the interiors later, I don't know why. So yeah, that's that. And an area I have done earlier and we just came back to is my GOOGIE / Art Deco area, where we just added the single rail coaster on the side over here. And today we are dressing up a little funky cinema over here. So yeah, I definitely would be down for a flat ride creator. Yeah, again, that's what I said. Like, I am like a flat ride creator with the already existing stuff in game, would be rather fantastic. Yes. If the mods would allow it, then we could do our own thing instead of having to send requests to Frontier. And that's exactly the problem. If we could do our own things, Frontier would not need to support the game anymore. If they don't support the game, the main platform of the game is broken. See what I mean? It's like either you have an ongoing support and Frontier is able to bring extremely new things like the entertainment into the game that's sustainable. They can pay the devs, and they can pay the devs maybe to also do other games. They can maybe in the future do a Planet Coaster 3 with a much better graphic. They could also go on and improve the graphics as they are doing right now with updating the engine. But if you give people unlimited power with modding, and frankly that's what happened to Cities Skylines 2, the Cities Skylines 1 and Cities Skylines 2, the failure of Cities Skylines 2, in my personal opinion, has been founded in the reliance on mods. The game was intended to be done by fans, and they didn't build a proper foundation for that. They were mostly hoping that creators and modders would save their little lovely butts, and they gave them the bare minimum of a much improved street system. I'll give that to them, fair enough, and some other fan wishes they had. But the foundation of Cities Skylines 2 was so horrendous that even the modders couldn't save it. And now, after, what is that, a dev change and 3 years or so, the game slowly creeps to what Cities Skylines 1 has been. And I see a crazy danger in opening a game to too much modding. That said, I'm all in for modding. I'm using mods myself. But it always has to be in a certain balance to what the dev is doing and to what kind of things, they have to be the mods have to be in a balance that they kind of enlarge the game, they enrich the game to a certain extent, but still leave a certain room for the game's dev to thrive, to add new stuff and so on, to bring in new mechanisms, to whatever, And I think this is a good balance. And if you rely too heavily on mods, and honestly, your example you gave, if you have Team TK, you can create your own scenery items, you can create your own rides, you even can create your own flat rides. What's the point for Frontier to go on? But if you have like a good middle ground, I'm all in for that. Oh, Mr. Geekism, I see a certain gradient G. I think there's a lot of examples of games that have a both healthy mod scene and official support. Mods don't always mean... Yeah, by the way, that's exactly what I was trying to get across. It's like, I'm all in for mods if there is this certain balance given, so that there is not this insane reliance on mods from the get-go, and then, whatever. And equally, it shouldn't be too restricted. I mean, we're loving our mods, don't we? Like doing funky, cool graphic preset stuff over here, like that, for example. We're loving this. We're just loving that, okay? I'm just gonna go with the realism one for a change. How are you doing, Jonty? Did you have a good time with the little one? Which, frankly, he's not that little anymore. Oh my god, it's geekism. It's like when a rare Pokemon appears from the tall grass. How bright that does this go? It's not really. What is this funky color problem over here? Frontier, I don't know which update that was, but they have somehow broken some of the color picker here. I'm not sure what exactly that is. It's definitely not a dark, deep orange over here now. Okay, so that is what I can do with it, but I just not. It's gonna go for the trim. I'm gonna go for the trim. The trim is gonna do this. Like advanced move tool. Oh my god! The groom. I can't get into it. I'm fearing this monster. If I go into the advanced move tool mod, I fear to never come back again. And then if Planet Zoo 2 comes out and I don't have this tool, I feel like disabled, I guess. So I'm really, I'm really loving. I would love to test this one, but I'm equally also like I can't. Too much scaling already was a kind of risk, you know. I took this risk because I couldn't. But then again, man. Do. I'm getting a bit hesitant to what I want to do. I think this is kind of a cool corner piece as well, similar to how Inzoi does it. I mean, Inzoi is I think you can't compare Planet Zoo as a platform with Inzoi. Also, like The Sims, for example, it's so huge in the way you can do, like you can legit do all type of furniture and whatnot, and you can still add like a lot of weird things to it if you wanted to, and there's like a way of doing it. And also the way I'm also very fine with how Inzoi handles AI, by the way. I don't really get this crazy backlash, to be honest. Like, if they, I mean, you know, is there ever going to be a full evidence that this is fully their own model? Like, technically they have the power, as like the Grafton as a studio would definitely have enough base material to kind of create their own AI for like texture generation, which is what they is, and 3D model import, as they have been doing this for years and decades. Certainly, that is something I would absolutely believe them if that's the case. But like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, 20% scaling is crazy. I'm really tempted to deinstall the mod again to see how the real game will cope with it. The real game sounds wrong, like the game, if you know what I mean. No. I'm just like I just mentioned that like the idea how Inzoi handles this is okay. Well, that's all I'm saying. And see, the point is, I was also like I was pitching this to Frontier that why wouldn't they now start to exchange packs between their games? Like I would absolutely love to see an Swamp pack from Jurassic World Evolution 3 from the Swamplands, for example, or the latest one, the Crocodilia Coast, this kind of Northern American fisherman's draft, whatever set. Like, why don't you give that to us? Like, give it to us. It's so good. I'd actually see that for like just sell that for €2 or €3, you know, or dollars or whatnot. People would be loving it. I'm sure people would be absolutely loving it, and so I don't know why they wouldn't do it. People would be, I think people would love it. And I mean, they must have this. They must have all the assets and stuff. I can't imagine that it is so hard. You know, it's just a factor of, do you want to exchange these things between games or not? This is actually not the center. I'm gonna center that in a bit. Okay, hold on. Can I get this to? Yeah, nice. That's nice, and that is nice, and. Let's just make that all. Yeah, I like that. That's fine. And is there like a pretty nice topping? Is that a topping for these things? I mean, that is something for the ground, but I don't like. Is that like? I think there's the metal piece. There you go. That should be the piece that goes. I feel like they can't market. Oh my god, look at the new tree. But I don't want nature. I want nature. I want a lot of nature in here. I need my nature, guys. Can we have, like, I would love to have the next pack for, if it was for me, the next pack could be the Planet Coaster Gardening Pack. The Theme Park Gardening Pack. With, like, hedge mazes and like, these funky little kids rides where, you can have these water shooting stuff. Hey man, that's a brilliant idea. Hey, take that from your Frontier. I want to have like a theme park gardening pack with like 300 new foliage pieces, all taken right from Planet Zoo 2. Yeah, no effort, just copy them over. I'm all in for that. And then give us some kiddie rides that go along with gardens. That's what we need. That's just what we need. I'll take that. Loving the new pack. Not quite got anything over the line for video. Yeah, same here. I think it's the first time ever where I was kind of mad that they pushed the embargo even forward. I was like, man, I didn't even finish half of my slot car yet. Like just relax. But I hope we're having a good time with the little one. But like again, frankly, he's not that little anymore, is he? So. Is it time now? I'm just going to continue for a couple more minutes. I want to have a good baseline here for the cinema and for the roof of that thing. Okay, gotta get like get a couple more trims in here. I think that will do the trick. So let's just move this in here, and it's a shame that not all pieces can get to that very wide-ish trim, but I'm fine with this. Let's see, can I get you even, like, what happens if I put you in white? Okay, I would need to have that a very, oh wait, it works. Okay, hold on. I can get this. And then we're gonna top this off. Yeah, I would need to get this a little more aligned with the other color here. So, okay, now just go a tad right. There's exactly that little hump in between. Oh, what is that? Okay, and this, in this case, what is this weird color going on here? Look, if I go all the way to white, it almost looks gray. But I like something. And this is getting more and more yellowish. I'm gonna go with this now. I'm not entirely sure, but I try to cover that up first, and then I'm going to see if that works. Let's give it... Oh, is that like a tiny trim? Oh, that's one of these tiny trims. Okay. That was that bigger trim. How about this one? Yeah, that is size-wise more like it. And then we cap that off here. I think it might look good if I do it the other way around. And then just about get this piece in here. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. And then we can do some cool topping on this one. Maybe with like a lamp. Oh, we do have some lamps over there. There was this cool kind of metal bulb. There you go. That's the one. That's the one we have. And we're going to make this more in that shiny color. Yeah, I love that. I love that. Okay, so this is, yeah, that's nice. That's nice. I'm gonna go for that. We've got this kind of lamppost that we can. And again, they messed up a weird. Why is this? That's not how it should align, is it? Whatever. I want to have just that. Like that fits GOOGIE a little more nicely. And let me see if I can make that a bit more funky. I need some more contrast here, so let's see if we can get this thing more contrasty. If this is a contrast that works. Fair enough, but it needs to be darker. Yeah, that's better. It's a bit of a shame it's not in the sun. I would have needed this area to be in the sun to see this better. I could use the mod for that, but it's in the game's scope, it will most likely be not in the sun all the time. Okay, we got some windows, we need some letters and like, you know, all that kind of stuff. And we are going to have like a door, and we need to make the door be closed kind of thing. Let's do it that way. This would be the fake entrance to the... Is this actually a... Oh my god, that's like actual designed. Very nice. I literally thought that this is not designed. I thought this is a texture, but it's really cool that this is a proper one. Cool. Actually, might do a double door. Might do a double door. Might look better. Who asked for his opinion? He gave it to you. Time to move on to a new topic. Like Grimlock Zoe. See, the point is, and that's like the last thing I'm going to say to that. I'm maybe the thing is I'm looking at this also differently because of being a creator. Obviously, as a creator, I may look at things in a bit of a different way. For me personally, it's also important that like the more people play a game and the more people like a game, technically that's perfect for me because more people might actually watch the game. Where things get a bit tricky is if you lose the ability to compare people's work. And I have like there's one very prominent example of a person who I really appreciate as someone who is doing great stuff, but it's equally the best example of what I've been saying earlier. Tommy T Extreme Coasters. He just passed 100,000 subscribers, by the way. Congrats to him if he's watching this video or lurking around or whatnot. He's doing outstanding stuff. But he actually has people hired who are building 3D objects for TMTK. And he's doing extreme coasters themed after IPs, like Minions, like Wall-E, like whatever. Pixar movies, blah, blah, blah. You get it. Fantastic rides, cool stuff. But he is so dependent on this that he has not moved over to Planet Coaster 2 yet. He's like, I can't play Planet Coaster 2 because I have got no TMTK, so I will never play this game. Which is unfair to the game, which is unfair maybe to the community, which is unfair to him himself, you know. He's basically moved himself in a position. And so he was asking me the other day what I think when Frontier is going to add TMTK. And I was like, frankly, I believe it would be a bad sign if they're adding this now, because that would already mean official support is gone. And this is why I don't think people have to learn that not everything is for free. And especially when it goes about games, people have to really learn that games have to be done by real people who have to earn real money. Tommy T's Extreme Coasters is me skeptic. And so that's why I'm always very much trying to find a balance. I'm all in for modding. I actually have helped with some other people to make modding possible with Frontier. In the past, and I think I will just talk about this. In the past, all these people involved are not at Frontier anymore, so whatever. In the past, Frontier has had a very different stance on modding. They were literally saying, if you use mods, we will not have you supported anymore, and you will not be able to join early access, and you will not be able to do whatever. And so, which is fair. Studios can do that. It's also not mean if other studios do this. It's all good. It's the fair thing to do. It's all good. But we've been trying to argue quite a lot with them. It's like, why would you do this? Because at the end of the day, if modding enriches your game and it makes sense and it is good, why wouldn't you support that? And you don't need to officially support that, but you can just accept that. And this is the stance Frontier has right now. They are officially unofficially accepting the modding and embracing it. And as you can tell with like the fact that they have done 20% scaling right now, it is a direct reaction to the too much scaling mod. And just like City Skylines, and in this sense, City Skylines is a good example, the first game. I think it's a good example. City Skylines 1 was a good example because they openly looked at what mod was very famous, and then they gave exactly that mod to the vanilla game. And I think this is the perfect way of doing it. It's the perfect way. Art Deco glass. Is that the... Where are these? These are the shiny windows, right? What's that? Why is that called trim? Isn't that a window? It is a window, and I'm gonna use this as a window, but... Or is that a door? It's literally called door, Rudy. Just read. Window. Brownstone. Brownstone. We've got these windows. We've got these windows. Did we get new glass windows? Hold on, what? Oh! We got new glass window pieces. Oh, nice. Didn't see that. That's cool. That's really cool. Okay, I'm gonna go with this one anyways. And yeah, I'm gonna go with this. Yes, we did. They're good. Yeah, I see. They're really good. Yeah, I'm kind of okay with this window. Kind of, it's not too special, is it? But I can trying to fit that in. Oh, shall I go with the other type of window then? I'm almost like I have to. Go with the roundish one. I'm not all convinced yet. I may actually go with this one and make a double window out of it. I think I will. This has this bit more. It's not too googie to me. That's too Art Deco. It's challenging. I'm gonna get rid of this filter and I'm just gonna see if there's another window I can use nicely for that. Because we could just maybe go for it. Yeah, I think that's a much better choice to just go for a roundish one like that. We just like resort window. But I think in terms of matching more organic structures into that, helps me to sell the idea of Art Deco much better. Googie. It's the Googie. The Googie. Yeah, that's not nice. That one could work too. As in a smaller variant. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna use this one instead. I think it's fair if we use that one. Just gonna bring this up and scale this a tiny bit smaller. Bring you over here, and then we are going to say nah, and bring you over here. I think, yeah, we're getting there. I think I like this quite a bit. That's like the cinema. We need some other window types down here. We could use that door, or we could actually go on with these ones, which I think is my choice. Let's have a look. And then push them further back in. Oh, I think, you know what we could do? I think we can just use this piece, but we're going to push this in so much. Wait, hold on. We're just going to make that bigger, and then we're just going to use it like that, and we're going to make this like so, and like so. I can actually, that might actually be better, like so. And then I'm going to bring these over to the other side. Yeah. I think that's quite okay. And now what I'm going to do, because I think like that will look much better, and then we are ending the stream for today. It was a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying this again. We are going to stream more often, but like as I said, I enjoy that quite a lot. So just about, let's have a look. Yeah, like that. And we're just gonna give the left-hand side a roof, and then I'm calling it a day for today, because I need to do some other detailing. I will have to do this off screen. There are a couple of tiny things I want to do, or whatever you do before you go to bed. I think the only place you should be getting is to bed. Yeah, fair. It's like I feel like a free person right now again. I haven't told you the story, but another reason for me not streaming that much is we had an insanely annoying month, actually, because our little one is now also in the kindergarten. However, our kindergarten is... It's been very nice with our big one. She has had a good time. She's had a very nice and smooth integration. But our little one is a tad bit younger. So our big girl, she came into kindergarten when she was already 3 years of age. She's been like in a private kind of situation before, and then once she was old enough, she came into the kindergarten, and so she was above 3 years of age, which is important in Germany because that makes a difference in how they do the introduction phase. Normally you have like a week, and the first day it's just an hour or so, and then the second day is a bit more, and then that's just how it goes. And we've been very fine with how that worked the first time. Now, only to learn that they didn't do this the same way with the small ones. And they started the first week with only having 1 hour. And the second week was an hour. And the third week was an hour. And now we are in the 4th week of integration. And they're still doing, like they have just started to do more than an hour. And our little one, he used to being already in care for like with another person for like 6 months or so. And he was doing great. He loved it there. It was no big deal in the morning. You just get there. You're saying like, you know what? You got to go for some play. We'll grab you on later again. You've got a good time. And he was like all in. He was like, okay, I'm going to go play. See you later. And now he's so insecure because he learned that he's just there for an hour, and afterwards we go back home, and he's like, hey, that's kind of cool. 1 hour of playing with like a couple of kids, have some drinks, have some snacks, and then we go back home, and I have my nice little nap at home. Perfect life. And now they just switched around. They're like, okay, after 3 weeks of just having 1 hour, you now need to go longer and longer and longer. And he's like, I don't think so. Just as the other kids, by the way, as well. So I'm not sure what that kind of model was set to be. And now we've got all that work, what we would need to have, and we have got all that work now at hand. And honestly, that was a frustration situation also for the big one, because she suffered from that situation because we needed to completely change our schedule due to that weird idea of them doing the introduction that way. And yeah, so we ended up having her in a very bad mood because she needed to just kind of follow this guidance of not having a good support by us. So yeah, there was we were really done in the evenings. Because of that. So that is part of the reason why I haven't been streaming. Now, I like all of that. It's all too straight. I have to do something about this corner. I have to get some more organic shapes in here, which we may do, and then we may just do some funky stuff. Just about try to utilize some of these weird pieces here, just to get this GOOGIE vibe in a bit more. Honestly, I'll say not even too bad. So maybe, just maybe, I can do something about this. Just like giving it a bit of a gnaw. Okay. It's not too bad if we get some font on here. So maybe I don't even need that one. But I think this is a cool integration. I don't like that one anymore. This blocks the view. I'm not buying it. But what we could instead do, the parade stuff is kind of cool. Oh yeah, that screams GOOGIE to me. Thank you very much. That's a gorgeous piece. Okay, we're gonna have that one sitting in here, and then we're gonna match this with the area. Fantastic. Like so. Yeah, that makes things a lot more nice. I like it. We're not done yet, but I also forgot to record, but whatever. I've got more than enough material. It's all too straight. Rudy blaming the straights again. Take responsibility for our own actions. Where's Omi, by the way? If we need some less straight vibe in here, where's Omi? Oh, where are these people? Huh? Where are all these? Where are all these people? Mrs. Scottish also missing. Where are you guys? Okay, guys. Well, did I miss some messages? There was quite a lot going on. The chat was getting more and more active in the end. I am appreciating that quite a lot. You know what? Just gonna say GOOGIE 3. You're right. I have to be more careful with saving. So we have another save file, an additional one. Okay. So I'm getting more and more happy with the area. There's just a couple of things we need to do. So this is the ground control. We have to do some more snacks here and there. We have to do some meeting points. I have already sneaked in some... Where are they? They're somewhere over here. Ah, yeah, there you go. I sneaked in some lockers. They need to have also like a better roofing. That's not nice yet, but like this is fine. I suppose it can be token non-straight indeed. You can be the token styling Jimmy. Okay, fair enough. And then you go in here. These things are not yet fully done. Wait, why is it still bright in here? That's a mistake, isn't it? It should get... Is it... Wait. Let's just walk in there and see if it's getting dark. Because actually, this should not be so bright if you're in here. Huh. Where's the issue? There's like so much light bleeding in here. Is that because... Huh. Let's just... Oh, wait. Sorry, I'm ending this immediately, but I think this is the problem. The light is maybe coming in from over here. This might be it. Or also maybe here. Might actually be the case. Oh wait, hold on. They're like all one tick too high. Oh wait, oh god. Yeah, whatever. So here we go. Okay, I think now the problem should be somewhat solved. I mean, it's literally darker underneath that front than it was in here. Okay, in here. The light at the end of the tunnel, yeah, exactly. Yeah, now it's slowly fading. It's slowly fade. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe I wanted to go for. So you go in, you've got that. Yeah, it's starting to. Frontier, can you fix that? I mean, that looks really cool, doesn't it? But. That's like straight horror game. No, but yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna put a couple more lamps in here, and then you're in the cinema. You're just getting all the way here, and this is where you go right into like a souvenir shop of some sort, or like a photograph shop, whatever. You know, we're just gonna find a way of doing this. No, it's fine. We've been rather productive today. Yeah, nice. Cool, guys. This been it. Is been it. Also, I'm gonna save again because we did some fancy, lovely fixes. All right, guys. Many thanks for joining in. Many thanks for being fantastic people. Do we also still have 60 people as subs? I can't even believe. Is that really the case? I don't think it is. But in any case. Many thanks, you lovely people. I will be streaming again 100% next week. Maybe even tomorrow or Friday. I'll let you know in Discord. Please make sure to check out Discord. I hope you guys can join. It's not a given that we do Planet Coaster 2. We might also do Jurassic World Evolution 3 with Yosemite Prehistoric Park. I don't know yet. But again, I'll let you know. So have a fantastic night. Enjoy, get some rest, and talk to you very soon. Thank you, guys.